Toya Peluso, and I'm the founder of the Salt Water Divas, a surf sisterhood. I got started surfing one day on a dare. A bunch of women dropped off their children at school, and we decided to go surfing instead of taking up a craft or going out to breakfast or lunch. And it was the most wonderful day ever. We really didn't realize what it was all about. Women my age, women at that almost at that age, we didn't grow up surfing. Most of us watched friends who were men or boys surfing, and most of us were sitting on the beach, and we didn't get that opportunity. And so many things available to us now that it never used to be before. We just enjoyed ourselves so much, and once we got to stand up on that surfboard, that was it. Once you took that first wave and you were standing, we were just addicted, and the group just got bigger and bigger. We started adding friends. We started calling people, hey, guess what? We started surfing. Women have a tendency, you find something wonderful and you just want to tell all your friends all about it. So immediately we all got on the phone and we started inviting more friends, and then, a group of us, the core people, the ones that really first started, we really wanted to share this experience with more women, and that's what we actually ended up doing. We just got so much out of it, all the rejuvenation and the exercise and everything positive that you can possibly think of. Just being together as a group through the camaraderie, as well as being fit and in better shape than we've ever been before. Every time a group of us go out into the water, and of course we have a wonderful instructor that kind of gives us all the do's and don'ts and etiquettes of being in the waves, at the local surf breaks. I feel like we've had so many positive responses from just the local surfers that have been there for over 50 years, and just that we just bring a lot of positive energy into the water.
My name is Doug Yartz. I'm the owner of Surf Country Surf Shop here in Goleta. I've been surfing my whole life right here at Campus Point, which is where I do lessons for the Divas. So Toya,
Yeah.
what's the word? What do you call the saltwater divas?
I want to say empowerment.
No,
I really do. It enriches.
I say women's group,
Yeah.
but that sounds like that explains too much damage.
Maybe more like enrichment. There's so much you can get.
I think me saying a women's enrichment group
Okay, never
doesn't
mind. Okay.
roll off the tongue quite.
Yeah.
I say women's group, and that's never the right answer. Even after I say it, I always go, it's not really.
It's like happiness on water. Try and say that, Doug.
Like a drum circle in the ocean.
Yeah.
Don't use that. That was embarrassing. It is almost like being a trainer to an extent, as far as not just physically, but mentally, preparing for all the weird things that happen out there, as far as running into each other or falling or getting beat up by a bunch of waves and still making it back out. I mean, there's so many sides to it. It's kind of a different, it's very different than what most people think of surfing. Surfing is kind of considered to be one of those things that's so individualized, and you guys found a way to do that without being like a group, like a team sport. I think a lot of times I find myself, almost like coaching, rooting for them, and then by the end they're rooting for themselves. It's pretty bitchin'. It's pretty cool.
My name is Pam. I'm a teacher. I'm 55 years old, and I started surfing 2 years ago. I had grown up in Southern California, and at that time when I was growing up, girls didn't really surf. I mean, there were a couple that did here and there, but in general they didn't, and I'd always been intrigued by it. So I was looking through our local paper one day, The Independent, and I saw this article about the Saltwater Divas. And it kind of struck me, and I went, gosh, I've always wanted to try that. And I thought, nah, I'm too old. And then I kept thinking about it, and I said, you know, if I don't try it now, then I am going to be too old. So signed up for a lesson and went out with our Doug, and he was cheering us on. And I think maybe that first time out, I got up for maybe like 1 second or just barely, but I loved it. It was like, oh my gosh, I kind of sort of almost did it. So that was great. So I signed up another lesson, went out, round 2. Awful. I couldn't do anything. I was just falling here, falling there, falling everywhere. Couldn't do anything. So I left that lesson and I said, you know, I tried it. Didn't work. I'm too old. It's not going to work out. So as I'm thinking this, I'm sitting in my car and I see this window sticker on the car in front of me. The sticker said, never give up. And I see that sticker and I thought, you know, okay, I'll go out and try it again. So, you know, they say third time's a charm. And I went out and, you know, I wasn't stellar, but I got up and I thought, yeah, I can do this. So 3 surfboards later, I go out at least every day on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. After work, we'll be texting at work and try and scoot out after work sometimes, and I'll meet up with some of the gals. It's just been great for me. What the Salt Water Divas means to me, I think it keeps me young. It's put me in a better frame of mind to get through my day-by-day challenges at work. It's something that I look forward to. I look forward to my weekends more than I ever have. I look forward to getting out after work in the water. It's really hard to describe. It's hard to put into one word or a sentence what it means to me.
I think that surfing and the Saltwater Divas puts a really unique dimension to my life that I would have never found before. Everyone should try it. I think that everyone in the world should try it just once.